Hello, hello. My name is Robin Wilt from Shed Some Light on It. I am your spiritual CFO. I wanted to connect y'all with your inner child today. I do a lot of inner child work, and we all have an inner child. So, a lot of times, our inner child is wounded because of things from our childhood. And that's kind of what we're healing as we learn, as we move into adulthood, and as we move along our spiritual journey. So our inner child talks to us. A lot of times we're just not tuned in to hear our inner child. So my goal and my intention with this video is to connect you with your inner child for more play, more pleasure, more passion, more fun in your life, and more abundance. Because right, that's really where our true abundance comes from, is that internal light that we all have. All right, so let's light a candle. So just dropping in nice and deep to your body. I will also be doing energy work on y'all throughout the reading. So just open yourself up to receiving. All right, so getting nice and grounded, dropping your energy all the way down to Mother Earth, to Pachamama. Calling in any of the listeners, angels and guides, calling in my angels and guides, placing a white light of protection around each one of them individually, placing a white light of protection around myself, and then placing one around our container. As we continue to get grounded, just imagining a trash can at the bottom of your feet. And as you are receiving this healing and this reading, anything that's no longer serving you is going to be released into this trash can. So just allow for this release, allow for any emotions to come up, allow for any old thoughts, any old beliefs, any old patterns that you need to look at, allow for those to come up and be released. I ask Spirit for any healing that can happen during this reading for my listeners as we tap into their inner child and we find out what their inner child needs from them right now, how they can connect with their inner child, how they can give their inner child healing. Just those messages that want to come through from your inner child at this time. Okay, so we have 3 piles. Pile 1 is going to be this rose quartz. Gotta get the lighting a little bit better. You guys have to bear with me because I'm trying. This is new for me, a little bit new. All right, we have Tigger. And I'm going to turn down that light just a little bit so you get to see my my stuff up close. We have a little Tigger pendant. And then also we have an amethyst pendulum that is missing the little thing. All right, so for pile 1 for the rose quartz crystal, what does your inner child need to know? All right, so the first deck I'm pulling from is my self-care deck for empaths. We're just going to get a general message for what you need to know right now. And then the other cards will fill in. Okay. Your inner child wants to feel more grounded. So this card is buy yourself some pretty flowers and brighten up your space. If we are unable to get outside as often as we would like, we can also bring nature inside. Surrounding ourselves with flowers, plants, or other tokens of nature can give us that boost that we need. Take a few moments each day and connect with the items, allowing yourself to connect with nature and feel revived. Keep the items fresh and cared for. You can even create an altar if you feel led to do so. All right, the sunflowers on the card. A lot of times we take for granted just how simple it is to please our inner child. Think about when you were a kid, how easy it was to please your inner child. Like you would go for a bike ride, you would run around for a few minutes, and everything in the world just seemed better. So bringing that nature into the house, like even when you can't get outside a lot, can be really beautiful. And this is something that's really helped me. So I can definitely attest to that. So all of the cards that I created in my deck were things that I used, and then I wanted to share those with y'all. Let's see what tarot cards we have. I'm going to pick 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So we get 2 number 6s here, which 6 again is a lot about nurturing. Yeah, so are there relationships in your life that are nurturing you? Are you feeling joyful when you're around the people that are in your life? One thing that can really, and right, being honest with yourself about that. One thing that can really make your inner child feel super unsafe is if you're around people that you really don't feel comfortable with, that you really don't, they don't light you up, they don't bring you any joy. But like you continue to hang out with them for whatever reason. If they're friends that you've had for a long time, if they're friends of a friend or whatever it is, like you don't want to get into it, you don't want it to be a big thing, but you're actually kind of, I don't want to say damaging, but you're restricting your inner child because their energy doesn't feel safe around these people. So I just want you to drop in and we're just going to, we're going to do 2 things. First of all, we're going to ask who these people are, who this person is. And then we're going to cut cords. So cutting cords doesn't mean that that person's going to leave your life, but it does clean up the energy. It does kind of create a new start. But if you're going to cut that person from your life, that's kind of up to you. All right, so dropping in. And just, it's the first person that comes to mind. There might be multiples, but usually it is just one person that we are kind of being led to release. So tapping into your energy and just asking, who is this person that isn't resonating with me anymore? And once you have them, don't overthink it. We're just going to cut cords. We're going to release that person from your life with love, right? We're going to send them lots of love. We're going to blast them with love as we cut these cords. Seeing Archangel Michael fly in with his giant pair of golden scissors, cutting the cords. I'm going to clean up the energy. Oh, there we go. Ugh. So y'all, I yawn, I burp, I don't fart, thank God. But okay, so this makes more sense to me now. So as you do this, as you release this person with love, these new beautiful relationships are going to be coming in. So look how happy he looks, right? He looks very confident. He looks very satisfied. So the cups bring in, the Knight of Cups especially brings in these very loving, um, nurturing relationships. And with the Ten of Pentacles, it speaks a lot about family and actually past life connections. There is a connection with the universe, with the divine, with these pillars that are here. So, right, knowing that as you follow the guidance of your heart and you listen to your intuition and you lovingly release this person, it is going to bring in these, they're showing me abundance too. Because the other thing that happens is when we have somebody in our space, again, that isn't aligned, our energy can't be to the highest vibration and level that it should be because we're not safe. We're not fully in our body. We're not allowing ourselves to like be very grounded and centered in our body because we're trying to like figure out this person that's in our life. All right, so let's see. We're going to do 2 of these. This is the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle cards. All right, so let's see what we got here. Oh, Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Oh, yep. Seeding the light, laying foundations, and divine plan. Let's see what Spirit has on this one. Yeah, as you continue, so this moon that we had in Leo, we had it 2 days ago. They're showing me the moon on top of her head right now, that's going to continue. This energy is going to continue to help you to release this person with love. And it really is kind of opening this new gateway for you, this new opportunity of expansion. See how she's got the, the folds in between here, and it's like this pathway leading in. So call on the grandmother of Jesus if you need assistance. And then we also get leap. So you go first, the universe will catch you. It's funny, this one also has a moon. So this one has a full moon. Okay, so what your angels are saying is like, as you release this person, we have a full moon in Aquarius in 2 weeks on August 11th or somewhere abouts there. Those opportunities will begin to come in where you're going to start to see, right? Aquarius is all about the community. It's all about our friends, our friend groups. So really knowing and trusting that as you release these situations, right, because you're holding the other person back too. Like we're not doing people any favors by keeping them in our life if they're not supposed to be there. All right, let me see if Spirit has any other messages. I just want to send you some love as we wrap up here and just ask you to honor whatever feelings are coming up for you. So just really, really, really just taking a moment, being with yourself, feeling into your inner child, giving your inner child that love that he, she, or they need right now. Maybe giving them a hug, just acknowledging them and telling them what a great job they're doing. I promise you, as somebody who can be very hard on herself in the past, I'm trying to change that. We're always doing much better than we realize or that we give ourselves credit for. So I love you. Goodbye, my rose quartz pile. Bye. All right, so pile number 2, we have the Tigger pendant. Tigger is my favorite. I'm trying to get lighting right here so you can see Tigger's little face. All right, so again, we're going to start out with my self-care deck for empaths. Right, isn't it adorable? I made this just for fun because I didn't realize how much I love creating stuff, but also it really helped me as I was stepping into my abilities as an empath, and energy was really kind of overwhelming to me. I didn't know how to manage things. So I created the deck for myself, and it was my self-care stuff. We feel things so strongly as empaths, and we find it easy to get trapped in stories, thoughts, and emotions. A way to combat this is by dancing and moving your body. Turn on your favorite playlist, shut out the world, and dance like a crazy person. Even if you feel like you don't have any time, just do one song. Really get into it, allowing the music or fun lyrics, allowing the positive or fun lyrics to take you away for a bit. If you're sad, please, please don't play country. Enough said. It is a beautiful thing that we feel so deeply. It's a beautiful thing that we can experience all of these emotions on a deep level. Spirit was saying something when I was reading that. Yeah, so we can get stuck in our emotions as empaths because we do feel so deeply. So moving the energy in any way that you can is going to be really amazing to kind of get yourself out of that that stuck feeling. So your inner child wants to dance a little bit. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So during COVID, when COVID first happened, I was doing these little mini dance parties with myself. Like I would get dressed up and I would throw on some music and I would just dance and like put my headphones on. And it was so much fun. And I don't know why I quit doing that, but I keep telling myself I'm going to start doing it again. So maybe I'll hop on here one night. We can do a dance party. Okay. So let's do tarot. We got the traditional tarot. 5 cards, please, Spirit, for pile number 2. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, this is a big one for y'all. So you get you get a few major arcana cards. The first is, yeah, so this energy that we have coming up in just a few days, July 31st or August 1st, wherever you may be, we have Uranus, North Node, and Mars all conjunct. And if you're listening to this down the road, this still is applicable to you. It's just Spirit is telling me to tie it in with this astrological energy. So you're really being called to be curious about what it is that you want in life. What can start to happen on our spiritual journey is the things that we're chasing after, we start to realize like, oh, that's actually not what I want. Maybe that was what my parents wanted, or maybe that's what society wanted, or maybe I thought that would make me happy, but now that I'm moving towards it, it's not really making me happy. So, right, we get to constantly shift our desires, and the universe doesn't really care. It's cracking me up that this little gray spot that I have right here looks like, I don't know, I feel um like a like a superhero or something. Okay, anyway, that was distracting me. Squirrel. But you have to let go of this old hurt. You have to let go. There's something that you're holding on to. So when this energy comes in a few days, allow yourself to feel the emotions that are coming up. So for a lot of people, a lot of clients that I've been working with one-on-one have been experiencing frustration, right? Because Uranus, Mars can have a lot to do with that frustration, that aggressive anger or aggressive energy. I don't mean anger, but also anger. And then on the other side of that, so on the other side of that is this major transition that's coming in for you, this major rebirth. So we get the Star and we also get Judgment. So I find it interesting that you get, I think, the only two cards in the whole deck where the people are naked. Yeah, so Spirit wants you to be vulnerable. Yeah, Spirit wants you to kind of drop those old shields that you've had up for a long time. This is one that's come up for me a lot lately. I don't even realize I'm doing it, where I can just put up my walls, and right, people can't really get in. We can't get the love that we want. We can't get the nurturing that we want from other people because we instantly get defensive and put our walls up. So after this Uranus energy comes in a few days, it's going to kind of help you to break that up. So again, just allow yourself to feel the feelings. Maybe there's some old, like a past relationship that really kind of messed you up. Maybe that needs to be released. Spirit, yes. So it's definitely to do around somebody who hurt you from the past. So really allow yourself to feel that. Yeah, really allow yourself. Oh, we can do some stuff around it right now, actually. All right. So calling in this person. And just noticing the feelings or the sensations that come up in your body as you call this person into your awareness. This person is not the enemy. Neither of you did anything wrong. There's a few beautiful books I'll recommend after we're done with this, but just breathing into everything that happened with you and this other person and knowing that it was all perfectly orchestrated. It was all divinely led. It was all divinely timed. It happened for you, not to you. Just allowing yourself to really feel that, to know that in every pore, every cell of your body. And we're just going to send this person off with love. So thanking them for all of the lessons that they taught you, either through omission or through action. Sometimes we don't see what we need until somebody doesn't give it to us. It could be a thing. All right, so just really allowing yourself to send this person off in love. And as you do this, I'm going to share these books. I'm going to clean up the energy as this is happening. So two books that are really great are Radical Forgiveness and also Journey of Souls. So I believe, and these books also talk about the concept that as souls, we all choose these challenging dynamics that we find ourselves in. It is for our soul's evolution. It is for our growth. We're not being punished. People aren't being mean to us. you know, a lot of that comes from that old victim dynamic that we're healing. So, right, nobody did anything wrong. You know, they might have acted like a fool, or they might have had a moment, just like I've had lots of moments, you've had lots of moments. But it doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you didn't love that person that you did those things to, right? So the more that we can shift that perspective, it frees up their energy, but more importantly, it frees up your energy to move on and to be happy and to have the things that you want. Oh, so I'm still feeling some grief for y'all. So really tap into that and allow yourself to release it. Take a bath. Taking a bath really allows me, like, all of the emotions that I've been avoiding, they will just come up for me to cry in the tub, and then I'll release it. I do a little ceremony in the bathtub. You can also go to yoga. If you guys have any other things that you use that are really beautiful for moving the energy, share them in the comment box. I would love to hear them. I'm sure anybody, anybody watching on, well, you're all watching on the replay. I'm used to doing Instagram, so I'm sure people would love to hear the insights, is my point. Okay. So because your energy is still kind of clogged up with this past pain, this is why you're feeling the confusion. You can't take that shit with you. You can't take that old energy where you're going. So stop fucking trying to. I hope I can say that on here, on the YouTubes. Yeah, stop trying to take it with you. Right? It didn't serve you then. It's not serving you now. So a lot of it has to do about switching out of the victim mentality. And I know, like, it's a hard one. It took me a minute, y'all. It took me quite a bit to, like, understand all of that, and I'm still learning it. You know, I still have these moments where I'm like, man, people are jerks, but it's always teaching us something. All right, so we're going to finish up with 2 cards from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle cards. I think they're so pretty. All right, so Spirit Pile 2. Oh, 2 came out at the same time. This is funny. We were just talking about it. So, mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Yeah, there's an annoying little concept called the mirror effect. So, when people are triggering you, they are showing you what's inside of you. So, let me just give you an example. There was a person who triggered the crap out of me, who was my twin flame a couple years ago. And he rejected me, he abandoned me. But really, what he was showing me is all the ways I abandoned myself, all the ways I rejected myself, all the ways I wasn't in tune with my energy, all the ways I wasn't in tune with my heart and my needs. And I projected it onto him so that I could see it, because sometimes we don't see our own shit. Actually, a lot of times we don't see our own shit. So, maybe just journaling and playing around with. So, right, if you're upset with Joe Schmo because he always is rude to you, maybe just be curious about it. Like, oh, well, am I rude to myself? Oh, do I abandon myself? Oh, do I take care of myself? Like, what are these things that I'm saying that somebody else is doing? Am I really doing those? Okay. That's first one. And then the second one is Imrama. What are you being called to journey to? Ooh, yeah, this is beautiful. The water keeps coming up for y'all. So definitely, ooh, water in both of these, and water in the star card as well. Use that water energy to purge this stuff. You can use the elements to move through things. I'm actually doing an 8-week magic manifestation magic mandala, and we are learning to manifest and to heal through the elements. So water is an amazing amplifier of energy. Let me see what Spirit's saying for y'all. So the bath would be beautiful. I'll just tell you briefly what you could do, just so you know, like, very specifically. So you're going to draw a hot bath, whatever, hot, cold, whatever you prefer. And as you're drawing the bath, you're going to call in your angels and guides. You're going to say, angels, guides, I need your support for this release. light a candle, put some essential oil in the bathtub, put some Epsom salt, need some water. Right, make it really, have a glass of wine if you want to. Have some water, have a glass of wine. And then in the bathtub, okay, so Spirit is saying for you, for this pile, for pile 2, have a conversation with the person that is triggering you. So energetically, you're having a conversation with them and you're telling them all the things that you couldn't tell them in real life. So you hurt me. I'm still upset by this. Why did you do this? Right? Anything that you need to get up energetically, you are saying this to them. They never have to know you're getting it out of your system and you're healing, because my throat with y'all is like so fucking activated right now. Like you have to get this energy out of here. It's just stuck right here. So Spirit, can you please, I got it. Can you please move it out of my throat? Okay. And allow yourself to cry, because you're going to cry. The water is going to amplify everything, which is beautiful. It's what we want. Sit in there as long as you need to. Continue to heal, continue to connect with your angels, your guides. And then when you're done, you are going to pull the plug on the bathtub and watch all of that energy float down the drain, saying thank you to your angels, thank you to the universe for helping you to transmute it. And then just be really gentle with yourself the rest of the evening. Allow yourself to integrate that energy. All right, anything else for y'all? No, we are complete for pile 2. Thank you, pile 2. I love you. Bye. All right, and pile 3. So for pile 3, we have this amethyst half pendulum, because it doesn't have a string on it. All right, so pile 3, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? If you can't tell, I'm from the South. So first we have a card from my self-care deck. It is for empaths and sensitives. So as we tap into the inner child of pile 3, please give me an overall message for pile 3. This card is assigned to take yourself on a date. As empaths, we need to cultivate time with ourselves. When we explore new things like restaurants, shows, parks, etc., we are really getting to know ourselves more intimately. We recognize our likes and dislikes and connect with our energy on a deeper level. We can learn what our needs and desires are. So get dressed up or don't. Go to dinner, do a movie, do whatever floats your proverbial boat. Funny, I just took myself on a date the other night. Let's see if I can get the... Thank you guys for bearing with me. I promise I will get the lighting better next time. You really don't know until you're like recording it, and then, Ooh, okay. So 5 tarot cards that we're going to pull for you. So I just have the Rider Waite traditional tarot deck. Spirit, please. Messages and guidance for pile number 3. It's so funny how, tarot tells like a little story. It's kind of cool. All right, so you guys get lots of pentacles. I feel like you're a little bit worried about money. But what's really beautiful is the last card that you get is like one of the most abundant cards in the deck. So it's the 9 of Pentacles, and it's associated with Virgo energy. So Spirit is saying that things are definitely shifting with your finances, and they will continue to do so from now until Virgo season. So whatever that looks like, put your energy towards manifesting what you want, towards manifesting the resources that you need. Yeah, and we'll see if there's anything else that comes up with that. Let's see what else Spirit has for y'all. Very interesting. All right. I get the feeling that you're kind of a little impatient with the timing that's happening right now, which is probably why Spirit is telling you to ground. Not that I ever have any problem with this, but if we are moving too quickly, we can miss being in the flow, right? If we're constantly like, oh, rushing to do all the things, we actually move ourselves out of the pocket of the flow of energy. Um, so spirit is saying to come back and to be grounded, right? This is actually what brings us abundance and brings us to this King of Pentacles energy, because he was here, he waited for the timing, and now he's like living high on the hog. He's not worried about money. He's sitting up in his, he's got all kinds of shit around him. He's sitting up in his castle. He's got some bull energy around him for sure, which is funny. Um, he's very much in his divine masculine. So whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, it doesn't matter. Grounding. So ground, ground, ground. We'll do a little bit of grounding for y'all. Actually, we'll do it right now. So I would like you to just take a deep breath. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach. Just imagine it's almost like you have this little tail growing out of your root chakra or your hiney or your vagina, your penis, whatever, your peni, as I like to call it. Whatever parts, whatever tiddly bits you have, it does not matter. Just imagine that bottom part of your sexual organs dropping all the way down into Mother Earth. Ooh, one hand on the heart, one hand on the tummy. And I love to do this. I've been doing this a lot with my clients. Really, really, really connecting your energy and your nervous system to Mother Earth. So we are a part of nature. We are a part of that perfect divine flow of energy. So just take a few deep breaths as your energy continues to release anything which is no longer serving you. We are aligning your energy with this being in the flow, right? With having this faith and this trust in the universe. Okay, so that's what the other thing they're saying with this. We are on divine timing. Not our timing, not our ego timing. We're on divine timing. And that is perfect. That timing is perfect. Just continuing to get nice and grounded. Breathing that energy up from Pachamama, from Mother Earth, all the way, right, all the way from her core, breathing it up, 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 up through the core of the earth, the crust of the earth, shooting up, hitting the bottoms of your feet, moving up to your legs, moving up to your private parts, to your stomach, and then allowing it to make its way all the way through your body to the top of your head, connecting with that divine energy coming in, and then creating that cycle or that circuit. So it's almost like it's cleansing your energy as it moves through. You might feel it as it moves through. You might be seeing it. You might just intuitively know, like, oh, it's in my knees now. It's in my head. Whatever way you see it, just allowing that to happen. You're also going to take a big piece of energetic obsidian and put it, they're showing me kind of in the your pelvic bowl. So placing that big piece of obsidian, I think we all have pelvic bowls, but I mean everybody, right? So him, her, there, they, whatever. Again, whatever you identify with, putting that big piece of obsidian in your lower part of your body, whatever feels good. Taking a few more deep breaths. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh. Mm. You also get the Five of Swords. So see, it's like he's almost like he's won this battle, but he doesn't really look happy about it. And there's the funky colors and his energy just feel, I don't know, he feels kind of off. He's got like all these swords around him. Spirit is saying that, and I don't know why this is, but just because we feel good doesn't mean that somebody else has to feel bad or vice versa. And this feels like a very specific message. So if it's not for you, don't take it. But this is another huge societal pattern that we're breaking, that we don't feel like there's enough to go around. So we compare ourselves to other people. We feel like, oh my God, I'm not as good as that person. I'm not as pretty as that person or as thin as that person. But this is the beauty of like why there's 8 billion of us and we all look different. And every person who is ever born is going to look different. The reason I love astrology is that I read this fact. I haven't fact checked it, like other than Google. Your unique natal chart, for it to be duplicated, it would take 25,000 years. So there's never going to be another Robin. There's never going to be another you. And even when that chart is duplicated, right, it could be to an African American man born in Zimbabwe. Like it's not going to be the same energy anyway, because he's going to express it much differently than I am. So I just want you to soak that in and just realize like how unique you are, how beautiful you are. Spirit made you exactly the way that you are. And you are beautiful. Like all of your flaws, all of those weird quirks that we have, you are so beautiful. All right. So we're ending with this Emperor card. Yeah, so getting grounded, and let me see what Spirit has to say, because you keep getting I can't tell if that's Taurus or if I know the Emperor is Aries energy, but I think on the Pentacles, that's actually the King of Pentacles, that's Taurus, the Taurus head. But either way, okay, so Spirit is saying to get grounded through movement for you. Yeah, get grounded through movement. All right. Because, right, Taurus is that very grounded energy. It's where the Uranus, North Node, and Mars conjunction is in, where the sign that it's transiting, and then also Aries with that movement. All right, so as we wrap up, we have 2 Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell. All right, Spirit, closing messages for pile number 3. Oh, we got 2 right at the same time. I can't make this shit up. Okay, get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. I shit you not. You cannot make this up. That's a really pretty card. Yeah. I really wish. I'm going to have to look up some like tips about how to make that more clear. And then we also get Mintaken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. I know it can feel lonely here. I know, like we're all kind of, homesick, longing for that perfect, beautiful, pure energy that we all know in our soul. And we're here doing this human thing. But Spirit wants you to know that you were never alone, right? We're all feeling this way. A lot of us are feeling this way. And a lot of people don't even know that that's what it is, right? This longing for something more, this knowing that there's something more, but not knowing how to get it or how to feel it or how to attain it. So, right, you have the awareness. Oh, and she's got her little mermaid fins on. You are a light worker if you want confirmation. And you can also tap into the energy of, so let me think, my friend calls them, her name is Erin. She's an amazing Reiki healer. She calls them the galactic family. I don't know why I love using air quotes so much. She calls them the galactic family, right? So it's aliens, it's energy from other star systems, all of these things that I'm not really well versed in. I just know that we call them the galactic family. Tap into them. Tell them you need help with stuff. Tell them you're going through this period right now and you need help grounding. Whatever it is, talk to them and tell them that you need help with stuff. Okay. Thank you, pile 3. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me. Sending you so much love as you connect with your inner child. as you cultivate this relationship with them, as you allow this healing into your life. I know that working with my inner child has changed my life. Yeah, it's changed my life in so many ways. So I'm sending you so many blessings. I thank you if you would like or subscribe and or both to my channel. I would so much appreciate it. And I love you. Smooches. Bye. Thank you for joining me.